where most of the violent and aggressive people were kept.
I heard something there. So creepy.
Whoa.
What?
I just heard kids laughing like right here.
Heard like a whimper.
Imagine the screams echoing back then.
A man whispered in my ear.
This door is supposed to be closed.
Did you hear that? Someone has been clawing and trying to get out of here.
Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you for tuning into AmysCrypt. Tonight I am back at one of the most haunted places in Australia, the Aradale LUNATIC ASYLUM. We're going to pick up from where we left off in our part 1. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, go and watch it. I'm going to link it below for you. But we have a lot more paranormal investigating to do tonight, so stay tuned.
Aradale Mental Hospital is the largest and most haunted abandoned asylum in Australia. 130 years of pain, suffering, and death has led many to believe that countless spirits from the past remain trapped here, not all of them friendly. During our paranormal investigation of Aradale, we have already picked up on some strange evidence. Make sure to check out my part 1 video if you haven't seen it yet.
Guys, it just got super cold in here, like...
I just got the word Satan.
Film down there.
I heard that as well.
Okay, that sounded like that was in the room with us.
Yeah, I don't know what the bangs were. Oh.
What was that?
What?
Do you want to stab me?
Just said stab.
If you would like to join a ghost tour or investigate Aradale for yourself, check out Eerie Tours, who made this episode possible. All of their links are below in this video's description. Now, we continue our investigation and capture more chilling evidence. Alright guys, we are currently in the very infamous, notorious men's section here at Aradale. And this is where most of the violent and aggressive people were kept, as well as thought to be haunted by those spirits today. So I'm in a room of interest right now, and this was like where mass electroshock therapy was performed. And basically, beds were lined up along here, and people were shocked a lot of the time until they were unconscious. And that's a very uncomfortable thing to go through. And it was, back in those days, a very primitive method of treatment. Basically, these prisoners, I'm going to call them prisoners, that seems appropriate, but they were strapped down onto a bed, and you can actually see marks on the floor from where this lino has been ripped up and torn from them shaking around and basically convulsing as they were being electrocuted. Now, beds were lined up here. There was 40 men in here, 40 beds, and they would start and go through each of their patients pretty methodically. So they would do one, move on to the next, on to the next, and they went around and did this throughout this whole room, which is actually quite large. So if you follow me this way, they say that the person who had the bed here, near the door, had the worst bed. Sorry about the echo, guys. I'm trying to keep my voice soft in here, but this place has a mad echo. This person here would have had to have listened to the other 39 people in this room being electrocuted and screaming and such, and then go through that process themselves. So again, you can see a lot of this is torn up, and that was from people kind of convulsing. And it's really, really horrible. You can hear someone whistling too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hit record on a ghost tube session, and I'm just going to walk around this room and see if we pick up on any magnetic fluctuations. You guys are going to see a couple of bars come along the bottom, so one of them is detecting if there's any magnetic fluctuations, one's monitoring sound. Feels a bit like it's gone a little bit higher here. Is there someone in this room with us? We're not here to hurt you. Wow, my voice is echoing so bad. Imagine the screams echoing back then. We're not here to hurt you. I'm sure that you've probably suffered enough. The other thing that was mentioned to me, guys, is this view, which kind of makes this place even more depressing because you can see the surrounding town of Ararat and it seems so close and so normal out there, yet you're stuck in here basically being tortured. If there is someone here, can you come close to me? Come towards this light in my hand.
Library.
Oh, that was loud. Library. I'm not sure that that's really
Is there a library here?
I'm not sure, we'll have to ask. So this could actually just be random fluctuations in the natural magnetic field that triggered that word. And the same with a lot of these ghost hunting devices, it's like, it could be meaningful and it might not be. Alright, so I think we might move into another room. If there's anyone... Laura. Who is Laura?
Must be a worker because this is the men's ward.
Yeah, I feel like... I heard that from time to time they did have women in here, but that seems odd given that they have a whole women's section. Alright, so I'm going to stop recording this now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys around to see some of the cells. There's a couple of cells that are set up a bit differently and explain to you about those. And maybe we'll try and reach out in some of those and see if we can make contact with any of those that the spirits thought to dwell here. Alright, so Scooby has just locked us in a cell. This is like literally locked. And this is a really interesting cell because it's different to a few of the others. I'm actually going to switch this K2 on as I talk. So again, this is measuring the electromagnetic field around this device, which is thought to be triggered by spirits sometimes. But this is a bit different. This is a cell with a shutter, and they thought, oh, maybe it was there was a whole thought of sensory deprivation blocking out light and such. So they had that. So they thought, oh, maybe for a dangerous patient. There's also this, which seems a really odd thing to have in a cell with a dangerous patient. And then finally, which is probably the freaking creepiest thing maybe I've ever seen, is this on the door. And these are claw marks and scratch marks. Someone has been clawing and trying to get out of here pretty desperately. That's like both sad and sickening. And it really makes you wonder, like, one of the theories as to what the hell this particular cell was used for was maybe conducting electroconvulsive therapy in this room. Okay guys, so we just switched to night vision and it is dark in here. There's one little bit of light coming through the slit that is here, which is a unique way for the doctors to see and see how the patients were doing. Is there someone in this room with us? I'm just going to pop this on the floor. Oh, okay. If there's someone in this room with us, can you move towards the green light in the middle of this room? If you want to communicate and let us know that you're here, if you move towards that light, we'll get a better idea that we're not alone in this cell. I understand this is a place where you probably weren't treated the best, but we're not here to hurt you. If you want to say something to us or make a noise within the cell, we should be able to tell that you're here. It would be nice to know if there is someone. We'd like to know if there is someone here. If you don't make your presence known, we're going to leave. Okay, thank you. Head to some of the other cells and we'll just walk around there was a really weird area that I felt like someone whispered right in my ear when we first walked into this men's ward before, so I want to head back there and see if anything weird happens to me again. Alright guys, we're going to explore a couple of the other cells. Again, this is supposed to be one of the most haunted areas. First of all, we've got this bar one. This actually was for patients who were suicidal, so they couldn't bash their face in using the barred windows. This next one is an example of the typical barred windows. Wait, no it's not.
This one's a regular window.
This one's a regular window. I'm so disoriented in here guys, like this seriously is... Is it this one? Can't be, must be. No. I swear we just seen one with bars before.
Might be this next room.
Maybe. This one, yes. So these are the typical bars, and that was for people who would try to escape or kind of not suicidal mode. And then the ones that were better behaved had just normal windows. Now, at various times there was the most dangerous people held here, but also further down this way. Straight or that way?
Straight.
Straight? Are you sure? This
Nope.
is stairs. This is the wrong way. It wouldn't be through there, I thought.
Turn right. Oh, you can't, it's a dead end. Okay, we are lost.
This place is, they say it's like a maze, it's like a labyrinth, and I have no idea where we are, guys. I'm trying to find my way to particular cells that really freaked me out. And now I don't think... Do you know where to go, Jared?
Nope.
Right, so we just found it. This place, when we first came in, our tour brought us here, and I stopped right here. And I know that I was stopped right here because there's a mirror directly behind me. Yes, I know, creepy. But the tour guide was talking, and I heard a man whisper in my ear and said, "Hey."
Like this?
Hey. Yeah, I actually thought it was Jared. So
It was not me though.
It wasn't. I was listening and I heard, "Hey." And I turned around and Jared's like 2 meters away from me. So I don't know what that was. That was really, really weird. And honestly, it's quite creepy. And I don't normally get things like that when I come out and investigate. So that's really, really exciting. Now what I have a little motion sensor here. Basically, any pressure at all on this, it's gonna go off. So I'm gonna leave that somewhere. This thing is blocked off because it's unsafe to enter, so I'm not gonna be able to go there. But maybe the doorway. Did you hear that?
No, but that door's open.
I just heard a man's voice yell behind me.
I didn't hear that, but this door is supposed to be closed because we're not supposed to go in there. We're not going to go in there because we were told we're not allowed to, but why is it open?
I don't know. So the reason we can't go in is like the floor is unstable, and when we left this was closed. So I'm going to close this. Far out. I wonder if that... I'm going to leave this right here. There are any spirits around? I want you to... Whoa.
What?
I'm getting like cold breeze across my face. Is there a draft here?
No, all these windows are sealed.
Okay, is there someone around me?
And take this thermostat. And this thermostat is saying that it's 48 degrees.
What? Get it out of your hand.
Well, my hand's not going to be 48 degrees.
And now it's instantly going down. Now I'm holding it.
45 degrees, guys, it is freezing in here. There's no way it's 45 degrees in here.
It's just dropping.
Keep an eye on that then.
Okay, it's just dropping. Now it's on 44.6. Seriously, if there's somebody in here with us, I want you to walk over to that black box on the floor and press it, touch it, put some pressure on it. You want to scare us or mess with us? That's the way that you can do it. Far out, it's all around my head. It's now on 39.9. Like it's back up to 40 now.
There's no way it's 40 degrees in here. And it's not because you're holding it, because the temperature's measured in this thing.
In this thing?
Yeah, that's where it...
Well, it just held dropped.
To 37.6.
Yeah.
It's not in like Fahrenheit or something, is it?
I don't know, but I keep getting wafts of cold air, just like coming around almost like my face and my head.
I'm not sure. I thought I heard something through this
I
door.
definitely just heard like a whimper.
I don't know if the camera's picking this up. I'll have to review it.
Did you just make that noise? Can you make that again? We're not here to hurt you or cause you harm. Though we understand that you've probably been through a lot being here at Aradale. Were you mistreated here? This has gone down to 31.3. 30.1, so it just keeps dropping.
Well, the actual temperature is probably around
It's
5 degrees or something. 30, 28.7, 28.6.
Can you make a noise for us, please?
I heard that. You got your torch on, bright one?
That's got to be...
That might be the other group, maybe?
I'm more interested in noises coming from here.
Yeah, this door, I'm really drawn to it.
It's down to 25.5. So it's just dropped. Like, maybe this isn't accurate. Whoa, I'm doing something wrong. Did you hear that? It's like the glasses.
Like these, yeah, the glass is like... Maybe the glass is expanding in the cold, or...
Maybe. We are currently in the women's wing, just over here. Isolation cells. I reckon you should go in one and I'll lock you in.
Again, you just
Come on, Jared came.
the other night.
Hold this light. I'll let you have the light.
You just maybe got to sell that thing on it.
Just go in, take your cat ball and go in.
Cat ball?
I just gave you a cat ball.
I don't need this set or anything. You can keep that.
Alright, going in the dark.
Alright, I'm ready. He's once again locked me in a cell. Yeah, so I'm going to put a cat ball down on the floor. So that goes off when there's movement. If it moves, it's a motion sensor. Sorry, movement sensor. So we'll just film that and we'll ask some questions.
Okay guys, now I'm going to get rid of Jared for a moment. I'm going to take you for a little walk in here. So again, this is the women's wing. Those cells back there were used like for isolation. Look how funky this carpet is. This place, guys, if you ever get the chance to come here, this is a really incredible asylum. Not only for dark history, ghost stories, and everything. So this is locked. This is the door that we came in through. That's the way I just came. And this, I think, is just a laundry or a bathroom. Alright, so I can go back and check on Jared. Or I can walk into the bathroom. Oh, it's so creepy.
Alone in an insane asylum, in a cell in the women's ward. Amy's locked me in here for an indefinite amount of time. I don't know what she wants me to do in here. This couple hasn't done anything yet. It's pitch black in here. It's so dark, isn't here?
The creepiest thing as well is like these mirrors. So guys, one of the ghost stories here is actually there are a lot of patients, but there's also thought to be a nurse here, Nurse Kerry. And she was actually a really lovely nurse. Far out, look how long down these go.
If there's a spirit in here, touch that ball in the middle of the room. If there's a patient here, touch that ball in the middle of the room. Is it even on? Let me check. Oh, it's on. Okay. Alright, it's definitely on. Okay, now that it's stopped, if there's any spirits around, touch that ball in the middle of the room to let me know that you're here.
So Nurse Kerry is thought to be residual. I don't know where this is. I actually can't tell if I just did a loop. This is that carpet again. I think I just did a loop right through the bathroom. But Nurse Kerry is, people report to hear what sounds like high heels walking around. It's believed to be Nurse Kerry. She was well liked here at the asylum.
Right guys, Capel hasn't done anything for me. Maybe Amy should have come in here, maybe they'd be more responsive to a female in the room. Not sure. Touch the Capel.
There are also other, more violent spirits supposed to be here. Biting, scratching, clawing, attacking, pushing. Probably similar to what it was like when this place was operational. It's creepy. Alright, I'm gonna check on Jared now. Can't actually remember what cell I left him in. I think it might have been that one. Okay, I can see flashing going on in there. I don't know if I should be concerned.
I can see Amy out there watching you to the people. She's probably not going to let me out now. Come on, Ames.
Could have let yourself out.
Oh, you locked me in there.
Did you get some cat ball activity?
No, that was me touching it.
Aww. Alright, so I just gave Jared a challenge. He's going to go down the end there and walk down through here through the same bathroom that I just went through. It's really, really creepy. And I want you to do it completely.
What's creepy about it?
It's a creepy bathroom in an abandoned lunatic asylum. That's what's creepy about it.
Am I going to trip on anything? Do I need a light or something?
You've got night vision. Use that as your eyes.
Okay.
Oh, you made it. You did it.
Couldn't see anything in there.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That is creepy in there, yeah.
So this face here is kind of sweet but creepy, but this was carved in from one of the really young girls that was kept here. It's really like lonely and sad actually. Alright guys, so I'm actually joined on one of the Eerie tours nights here at Aradale, and it's really awesome. We've actually got these cameras set up in the next part that we're going to investigate, which was like the former staff quarters. And this is one of the groups going through the top floor right now, and this is the bottom floor. And we've already seen heaps of orbs and stuff fly past, and I know they're sort of controversial. So we're going to go and suss out whether there's any air drafts. I'm sure there is a lot of dust in here as well. But this is just one of the cool things that you guys could check out if you're on one of the tours here too. Alright guys, so we are in the former staff quarters. And this is crazy because this is actually thought to be one of the most active locations here at Aradale. And we've got this long, creepy corridor to go down, which you guys would have just seen on the static cameras up there. So the first thing I want to do is just walk down the corridor and just suss out. So one of the things about Aradale was it wasn't a very reputable, definitely was not one of the better asylums of the time. In fact, it was like voted as worst in the British Empire when people from the UK finally came down and checked out the place. It was pretty deplorable actually. It was also a place where not only patients were sent, but staff were sent almost as a punishment. So there was, you know, if they were acting up or doing things wrong, they would be sent here because conditions were so bad. I believe this bottom floor was where like couples or families stayed.
There's that camera down there.
That?
I heard a
These
click.
Cameras make noises.
That's the night vision camera that we were watching upstairs.
Yeah. Look at this window, guys. And it's just like standing back here, it's just black, like a window to nothing. Oh, it's creepy. Okay, let's finish going down the corridor. Aradale was actually open until the 1990s. It opened in like the 1860s and, you know, buildings continued to be added on and whatnot, but it was open till the 90s. I cannot believe that it was open that long. Like, you know.
These rooms are super tiny as well.
Yeah, they say that these living quarters, the rooms here are like the same size as the cells. So it's almost as if the staff were kept here as much as, you know, the patients were. Back of my ankle just got super itchy.
Time for some new boots, I think.
Yes, these have followed me all around the world.
They're the same ones you wore in the catacombs, right?
Yeah.
In Doomer's Beach, they still look dirty.
They are still dirty. Alright guys, so we're going to go and investigate one particular room down here. It's not one that I know any stories about, it's just one that I got weird vibes walking past just as we came down the corridor. And I don't know, there's just like a part of that room that looked particularly dark. So I've just entered the room that I felt weird about. And the toilet is flushing.
I didn't even think they had plumbing in here.
Well, it's like this has just been flushed because it's like this bowl is filling. Okay, let's get to work. Alright guys, so I'm going to use this device here. It's called a Ghost Meter Pro. I'm going to switch it on now. I've never actually used one of these before, so if it's the first time you've seen it, it's the first time I've used it. But basically, if something comes up and like grabs the end of this, like a spirit, it can be measured on this scale here, and it can be triggered off and light up. And if that happens, it means that something's clinging to the end of it, and we can ask a couple of questions, or it can like flash once for yes, flash no, flash once for yes, flash twice for no, kind of thing. Is there someone in here? Am I invading your privacy? Were you using the toilet? Can you come close to this thing that I'm holding in my hands? Just grab the end of it. If you come towards me, I should be able to see that you're around, that you're here. What is this jar?
Maybe that's not what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
Looks like urine.
I was going to say, does it look like wee wee?
Stay focused on that.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to go into this other room here. I don't know why this room. Okay, I'm going to set this up on the floor and then we're going to turn the lights off. Alright guys, so we've got this Ghost Meter Pro sitting just in front of us, and I'm going to go lights out, and that should be the only thing that you guys can see. It is pitch black in here otherwise. You can probably still hear the toilet running. If there's a spirit, a lady, if you're still around and you're in this room, can you come close to this device on the floor? Can you touch it? We don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. This is my first time at Aradale. How long have you been here? I just heard kids laughing like right here. There's no one out there. You can just see outside just through this bit of broken glass. That was creepy. Okay, not on camera, but creepy, guys. Alright guys, look at what a nerd Jared looks like. Oh my god. Okay, we've got a new gadget here. Basically, this is a device that allows you to hear things from a far distance away. So say he's got this super cool looking radar gun. He points it down this hallway, which is now the top hallway of the staff quarters here at Aradale Lunatic Asylum. He'll be able to hear footsteps, taps, voices, things like EVPs from down the end of this corridor. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask some questions, yell out some questions, and Jared's just going to let me know if he hears anything.
You good? You ready to go?
Yep.
Hi, my name is Amy and this is Jared here with me. If there's anyone around us in any of these rooms, even if you're at the end of the hallway, can you tell us your name or say hello just to let us know that you're here? Can you make a noise? Could you tap on something? We want to know why you're still here.
Did our guide say something earlier about static?
Yeah.
Hearing static?
Yeah.
I heard like, do you know when in the military when there's a radio and you hear that? Like that? Yeah.
Okay.
We'll find a clip of the sound I'm trying to explain and I'll play
Yeah.
it now. Anyway, I heard that in the distance.
Oh, really? That's interesting. So
he said he would, yeah.
yeah, earlier we were explained that apparently there's occasionally static heard through this thing, which is thought to be given off by spirits. So this is...
Because this doesn't use radio waves, it's just sound. And it just captures it in here and then amplifies it. So it's not radio waves or anything, so hearing static is.
Alright, keep them on. This is the male quarters. Are there any men in here? Is it okay for me to be in here as a woman? I feel like my hands are frozen. Like suddenly more so than what they have been.
She says something?
Jared, you are a dummy.
Okay, yeah, it's working.
It's working?
It's working.
Good. Now...
Now, what happens if I...
What? Did you hear that?
I can hear a window tapping, that window.
Can you grab the torch? So I'm hearing tapping on this window and I just want to see if it's like loose or... I mean, maybe wind could cause that? What do you think, Jared?
Don't know.
Is there someone in this room? Are you trying to make noises here?
More static.
Go follow the static. I don't think you see through it, do you? Are you able to follow the sound of the static? Let's go down the other end. So guys, down the other end here is a room that I'm interested in. So I'm going to cut the camera. We're going to go down there and see if we can get some activity going on. We've walked down the other end of the hallway and just coming through these doors here. Jared just said the same thing. There's like a breeze right here. Where the hell is that coming from? It's really cold as well.
Let me feel good.
Is there someone here around us? Let's use this. This is the ghost meter pro again, guys. Is there a spirit around me? Can you grab onto this device in my hands, touch these lights? If you want to communicate and talk to us, make your presence known. All you need to do is grab onto this. Okay, let's go towards these toilets because apparently something mean is in here. It's slammed doors behind people before.
I want to know if there are any spirits around here. If you dwell in this area, come here and grab this device. I want you to talk to me so you can let me know what to do or where to go.
That was my stomach, but I can hear bangs in the distance.
It sounds like a plane going over.
No, I heard bangs like on a wall or something down the other end of the building.
Should we head down? Oh, should I use these? Hit me. Come on, ghosts. I hear nothing. Oh, do we have someone with us? This is the men's ward. Are you a man? Can you flash once for yes, twice for no? Do you want us to leave? Can you flash once for yes, twice for no? You want us to leave? Do you not like me? Twice for no, no. Do you not like women in general? Once for yes, twice for no.
No.
Don't like women.
What about men? Do you like us blokes? Oh, I skated away.
I reckon I heard something then.
What footsteps?
Click.
A click.
A click.
Was it like the camera, me holding the camera?
I mean, it could have been. This makes it super loud, but it sounded like a click. Shall we follow that or try and get, if there's a man here that doesn't like women, feel free to follow me. I can hear you really good right now, so if you want to say something to me as well, say it. Can you make a noise? Any noise? A tap, a scratch, a bang.
I heard that. This room.
Are you in this room? You coming in? This is a storeroom.
Camera says it's got a temperature warning. It's about to shut off.
Really?
Yeah.
How long have we been filming for?
5 minutes.
That's abnormal.
Yeah. This might cut off at any second, guys.
Alright, we'll just keep rolling, Jared. Okay. These windows, you need to put a decent amount of pressure on to move them. But if the wind is windy enough, I guess it could.
It's pretty still out there tonight, though.
It is. It's not really windy, but...
Can you do that again?
Feel free to also grab this thing in my hand. That way we'll definitely know that you're here. Okay. Are you the same person that we were talking to just before? Once for yes, twice for no. Can you make this splash, please? Twice, so no. Okay, I'm hoping that you like me. Is it okay that I'm in this room with you? No. Okay, if you want me to leave, you need to make this flash twice. So you want me to stay? Are you a male as well? If you're a man, can you flash twice? If you're female, flash once. Is that you making that noise on the window? Flash once for yes, twice for no. Yes. Did you make that noise in other rooms?
Oh, we lost him. This has got a high temperature warning. I'm going to have to shut it off.
Okay, I think we'll shut this off now and yeah, keep walking. That's really odd of that camera though.
Yes, please.
Okay, brilliant.
Yes, please. Alright, this is like the original corpse block on his head as well.
Yes. I think it's been washed one or twice.
Oh, I hope
Can't
so.
tell you if it has been or not been. I just think it has. Are we ready, my friends?
Already.
Do it.
Fantastic.
See ya.
My favourite part about this job is you cannot close these doors without force or they will not close. So you have to do something like that.
Could you hear him scream?
Alright, let's go.
See ya.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. If you want to do any more reading on this place or other haunted places I visited, head to AmysCrypt.com. You guys can also follow me at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.